Okay, today is going to be a fun one, guys. Usually I don't do tech reviews on products or things like that, but the new AirPod Pros just came out today, or actually it was yesterday, and we're going to be looking at these guys and seeing if I actually like Apple AirPods, because this is actually the first pair that I've ever owned. I skipped the first gen and the second gen, so this is going to be very exciting. Let's get into it. So by the time you're seeing this, it might already be past, a couple months or a couple days or even like a year or so after the drop of these AirPods. So we're gonna start off this video with the unboxing. Obviously, I'm gonna put in some ASMR as I unwrap it and stuff. People seem to like it. I don't know why. I kind of like it sometimes when I, hear like the crackling of paper and all that stuff. After that, we're going to dive into what I think of these. I'm going to give them a test run, and then it's off to Vanderbilt where I'm doing a hackathon, and I'm riding a bus there, which will be a perfect test for whether or not these noise cancellation things can actually work out and let me listen to music without hearing the ambient sound of the bus motor and all that. So it's going to be a good test. Let's get right into the unboxing. Welcome back. So the ASMR for that wasn't really great. It was obviously my first time, so yeah, I'm probably never gonna do it again. I might in the future, who knows. But let's get on to the actual content, the AirPods Pro. So the box looks like this. It comes with the AirPods inside of it. You open it up and there's like this pamphlet, which is like normal stuff. There's actually a lot of papers in here. Tells you how to turn it on, tells you how to put in the earbuds. There's like a little warranty card. This is the warranty card. Inside there's the charging cable, which is a lightning to USB-C. So here are the ear tips, and these are like the components that gives your ear a good seal. So these are like the mediums, I think. And if they're too big or they're too small, you can adjust them using the S and large, small and large options. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. You can't hear that, but there's like a little sound. It's so satisfying. All right, and they're a lot smaller. So I've seen reviews for the AirPod Pros like yesterday and the day before, but the stems are actually really tiny. Like, if you look at it, I think later on we'll do a comparison with the AirPod 2s, but these are actually super, super tiny, which is, I don't know, it's kind of funny. I think they're on. I don't know, I think I skipped something. I skipped like a step or something, because normally it's supposed to like, there's like this little diagram that's supposed to pop up, and I didn't see it, so I just connected to it through the Bluetooth module. Let's get a little shake test. It feels pretty nice. It's like a really, really faint rumbling that I can hear. That's probably like the noise cancellation. How do I turn this off? I'm gonna read the instruction manual real quick. Now it's in transparency mode, which is like I can hear all the ambience and all the noise around me, like the air conditioning and my own voice a lot better. But once you turn on the noise cancellation, it actually sounds pretty different. I'm gonna turn it back on real quick. Yeah, so okay, one long press will turn on the transparency mode, and another long press will turn off the transparency mode. So that's pretty cool. It makes a little sound where it tells you like when it's switching between modes. I think these buds are a bit too big, so I'm gonna change to the smalls. This is one of the little tips, and I'm gonna try to get this one off. Uh-oh. I don't know, I don't really like pulling things off, like especially like earpods and things like that, because it just makes me kind of nervous. Oh, I think that's much better. Let me just get the rest of these changed up real quick. Okay, so this actually snaps on and off pretty nicely. So, okay. So actually there's something a little weird that went on that was like, half of my thing was on and half of my thing was off for noise cancellation, which is, I don't know what was up with that, but it made like half of a beep, and then it just, like this ear became like transparent and then this one didn't. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen, but yeah, that concludes the initial test of these AirPods. Okay, so right now I just wanted to talk about these. You saw in the B-roll in the bus ride that I was actually wearing these pretty much the whole time, and I'd say that they work really well. The noise cancellation does a really good job of like knocking out all that ambient noise. Usually when you're on a bus, you can usually hear like some sort of motor or engine noise on the bus, but when I was putting these in and listening to my music and videos, I actually didn't hear it quite that much. And this is actually really nice because one of the downsides for the AirPods and AirPod 2s is you can't really listen in noisy environments. Otherwise, there's too much background noise that gets in the way of your listening, and that's really one of the downsides that I felt when thinking about getting the AirPods. Now, these things actually did a really good job at knocking out all of the noise, and I think that's a really good plus to it. One of the only drawbacks that I found when doing the test was sometimes when I was eating or when I was like walking around or running, I'd get this feeling of like the AirPods almost falling out. They wouldn't fall out, and they actually didn't fall out at all the entire time, but there's always like that feeling of it falling out of my ears, which kind of like gave me a bit of anxiety. Maybe it's just me, but that's just one thing that I noticed. Man, it's really cold. Like, I don't know why, but all of a sudden like the temperature just started going from like 70s and 80s all the way down to like 30s and 40s, and I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'm going to go inside because it's too cold. So I've got to say, using these AirPods in the past few days has been a blast. They've been really nice, really responsive, but because I have a lot of Apple products, they connect really seamlessly together. That's another thing. So this is probably geared towards people who actually have one or two devices of Apple products, whether it be an iPad, iPhone, or Mac, because this connects really seamlessly with them. If it's something else, then it might be a bit different. For example, I also have an Android phone, and that did not connect as well with these as it did with my iPhone. Now, connectivity aside, after a few days of testing, I can say that the noise cancellation is actually really effective. The noise cancellation works really well, and it cuts down on a lot of that ambient noise that you hear with the AirPods 1 and 2, and that's something that I really like about these. I've actually had earphones in the past that are in-ear earphones that have silicone tips, and I've pretty much disliked all of them, not only because of form factor, but also because of connectivity issues and how they feel in my ears and how they usually fall out and things like that. These don't fall out that easily, although there is that little discomfort that I mentioned earlier where I had that feeling that the AirPods might fall out of my ears even though it didn't. So that's another thing to consider. So yeah, I'd say if you're looking for an upgrade from the AirPods 2 to the AirPods Pro, the main thing to consider here would be the noise cancellation. If that does not matter as much, I wouldn't say that there's too much of a difference between these and the AirPod 2s that you could discern of other than form factor and noise cancellation. As for the AirPods 1, there's more of a benefit there because the audio quality and the noise cancellation is an added benefit to the older generations. Now, if you're first getting into AirPods and this is your first pair ever like me, then I'd say that it is worth it if you don't mind the price tag. So it comes at around $250 and more if you added the tax, which is really high, and I know that, and a lot of people probably don't have the budget for such a high-end pair of earpods. But if it is within your budget and you don't mind shelling out some money for a really effective pair of convenient AirPods, I'd say this is good to get. If you've watched until the end, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Alright, so if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, go smash that like button, and take the bell notification on your way out. Also, I've been plugging this in my recent videos, but I do have an Instagram and I am posting there daily on my day events and film stuff and things like that. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. The horoscope, it's going to be here somewhere and then probably in the link description but down below. With that said, I'll see you in the next video. There is more content to come every single week and I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for you to see that. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.